What up, you guys? Your boy Salim, JTM Salim, from movementsound.org. And yeah, I know the setting's a bit different. And if the camera seems like it's shaking a little bit, forgive me. I'm actually in motion right now in the back of the sleeper. Yeah, hopefully you can hear me perfectly fine. Hopefully I don't have to record this video a second time. You feel me? But today's gonna be a funny one. Hopefully, it makes you laugh and you learn something from it. But before we get started, make sure you head over to the website, stream the music, join the free community channel for daily updates. If you're an artist and you want a feature, I'm available for features. What else? We also now have brought back our membership. Yeah, the movement membership, meaning you now get access to early release music, discount on all the products and services we have on the website, and last but not least, everybody's favorite, all the members get access to the monthly giveaway, right? The monthly giveaway is merchandise, cash giveaways, gift cards, and more, and more monthly. And this time, I know last time when we first did it was only one person that could win, but this time 3 people can win. Is it 3? Yes, 3 people. 1 cash giveaway winner and 2 gift card giveaway winners. All right. And the more we grow, right? The more we grow, the better the membership giveaways become. So I'm super excited for that. What else? Oh, you won't believe it. So for the first time ever, this might have happened and maybe I didn't notice, but I noticed it for the first time recently. My song Never on E, super old song. I personally wouldn't even promote that song to anybody right now. If somebody was to ask me, put on your best song that you got, right? If I was to put somebody on right now, Never on E would not be on my list. It wouldn't even, no, it wouldn't, because it's super old. It was made in 2017, but this is why the catalog always wins. Even though it's an old song and it's not something I would recommend, you won't believe it. This week, right, Never on E was on the radio in Gatlinburg. I think it's Gatlinburg. Yeah, Gatlinburg. I think that's how you pronounce it. USA. I was just like, what? Never on E? That's crazy. This was like, I think it was 2017. Bro, I was in high school still. In high school. I don't even sound the same. I don't think the same. I'm not even the same person. But I'm super happy about that. And you can actually check out the song, what radio station they played on and everything else on the WhatsApp channel. Just head over to the website, movementsound.org, and you'll be able to check that out. But besides that, talking about 2017, this story I'm going to tell goes into the topic that I want to talk about today that I was thinking about. I was thinking about all the decisions that I've made growing up, right? And I can say one of the best financial decisions that I have made, okay, is not having kids at a young age, right? Not having kids prematurely, not having kids. In my 20s. Yeah. Yep. I think that's how I'm going to say, yeah, not having kids in my 20s prematurely. Oh my goodness. Just imagine what I would be. I feel like if you were to have kids, or if I was to have kids, right? I'm not going to say you. Let me speak about me. If I was to have kids, I would have to put everything to the side and be the best dad I could be. Be the best parent I could be. Right? Make as much as money as I can, not to fund my businesses, fund my ideas. Hopefully I can do that. But the first thing would be to make sure that my little kid, I'm wearing blue today because I wanted to be a boy, right? My kid, my boy, or my girl, right? And the mother of my child, right? My family is taken care of. That would be my number one priority. I don't think, oh my goodness. Not even I don't think. If I was to have a kid in my 20s, if I wasn't so like locked into the idea of making sure that never happens, I would have never recorded Nina. I would have never recorded Starboy. I would have never possibly been on this journey that we're on right now, and I probably would have never been making this video that we're making at all. Now, the reason why I say this is going to be funny, in 2017, actually, you know, brought up the idea of what I'm going to talk about today, is because I did have moments in my life, I can say, where I almost had a kid, right? Or had a scare, right? Where I almost thought that your boy would have been a father. 3 times in my life I can remember. But today we're going to talk about what moment, not the first moment, but oh my goodness, there's actually 4 moments. 4. And one of the stories go hand in hand with each other, because one of them wouldn't happen without the other one. But I'm going to tell you guys one story, okay? And if you guys enjoy this story, I might tell you the other ones. So I wish I could say it was one beautiful morning, right? 2015. I'm like 16 years old, okay? Yeah, I'm 16 years old, and I slid in this girl's DM. I wish I could stay started like that, but it didn't. When I say these stories go hand in hand, 2 of these stories go hand in hand, they really do. So we're gonna call this girl Tasha. Hopefully she doesn't see this, and if she does, oh well. But Tasha, right? Me and Tasha met so awkwardly, it's crazy. Okay? Now, the way me and Tasha met, I was over her cousin's house, okay? I came over her cousin's house. I was walking through the front door, and I'm looking around. At first, I didn't notice Tasha was there, right? I get invited. Me and the cousin was, we had a little thing or whatnot. I'm going to tell you that story another time. She invites me over. I'm seeing her brothers and sisters or whatnot. I'm looking around. I'm like, oh, hey, they're like, hey, whatever. She walks me to the room. Gusty. And we're about to do our thing. We're going to Pound Town. Gusty. Pound Town. That was the first time in my life that ever happened. Like, walking through and your siblings are there is crazy. But I don't know if Tasha heard the action that was being done in there, or if her cousin told her about it or whatnot. But one day after that incident happens, because a huge incident happened in there, but that's a whole nother story. But one day I get a text message on Facebook. I don't know what the text message said. I can't really remember it that well, but I'm going to try my best to. But she basically said something about me, something about my looks, right? I'm like, oh, thanks. I'm like, where do I know you from, She sends me a picture of her on Facebook, or when I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, you still don't seem familiar. Where do I know you from? And she tells me, oh, I was at we're going to call her sister Tasha. Well, we're going to call her cousin Rochelle, okay? She says, I was there when you came over to Rochelle's house. I'm like, what? You were there? She was like, yeah. And she gave me your Facebook. I'm like, oh, okay. So y'all cousins? She's like, yeah. And I don't know how I did this, but I done spoke my way into her pants. I don't know. Thinking about it now as an adult, I'm like, why would you, knowing they're cousins, if she was crazy, why in the world would you think it's cool to go mess with her too? You don't think her cousin gonna be crazy too? I was reckless back then. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I was just getting my ball and shooting at every hey, you let me in the court, I'm shooting. So some way, somehow, I talked my way into linking up with her too. But after having that crazy experience with her cousin that starts with the R, right? Right, I think I said Rashay. Rashay, I no longer wanted to play away games. And what I mean by that is I no longer wanted to go inside somebody else's house. Because Rashay held me hostage, but that's a story for another time. She held me hostage. So I'm traumatized. I'm like, no, I'm never going into no Bantu girl or any girl house. No. If I ain't getting a hotel room, no, sis, it's not happening. We finna get some car action. At that time, I was 16 years old. I'm not making the most money, so I couldn't really get a hotel room. But I had a car, so I was like, when I pulled up on her, it was late night. It was 10 p.m. I'm like, I'm outside. And at that time, because I was also just traumatized with what happened with Rashay, I would always make sure whenever we're linking up, I'm like, so what are we gonna do? I wanted what we're gonna do to be stated in the text messages, so that way, later the person can't go back and say, oh, this happened to me and I was taken advantage of. None of that. I wanted consent written, because the written consent and then verbal consent when I show up. Maybe I'm crazy, right? But that's just what I was on at that time, and I'm still on there. So I pull up, I'm like, I'm outside. She's like, oh, okay, bet, come in. I'm like, nah, you come outside first. She comes out. Again, this is 10 p.m. at night, going under 11 o'clock, because summertime, hot out. She come out, I'm like, get in the car. She gets in the car. So I'm like, okay, shoot. I'm checking her out, flirting, doing my thing or whatnot. She proceeds to tell me, let's go inside. I'm like, Shruggy? Go inside? Hi. I'm like, what you mean by that? What you mean by go inside, huh? I said, nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't want to go inside because we not going inside. I said, we don't need to go inside. We could be right here. I could take us somewhere that nobody's gonna be, excluded. Excluded area. Just me and you. In the moonlight, cause there's nobody else. She like, no, I wanna go inside. Don't worry, my mom is sleeping. She sleeps hard, da 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 da. I'm like, what, you did this before? She's like, yeah, don't worry, nothing's gonna happen. She's not gonna wake up. We can go through the back door. I'm like, yeah, look, that sound good and all. That sound good and all, but it ain't good enough. I'm cool. So I put my foot down. I'm like, look, if you really serious and you want this to happen, you're gonna get in this car and we're gonna go somewhere. Like I'm gonna find us a spot, or we can just call this off. It's not that deep to me, cause I'm not going in your house. No, I'm not doing it. Again, I'm 16 years old. The girl is 15. Okay, so of course she doesn't have her own spot. If it was her own spot, maybe I would have thought about going in. Maybe, but even then, I'm just like, that's still a away game. I don't like playing away games. Because away games get a little sticky sometimes, a little fishy. I don't like that. I like to have as much control as I can, So she like, alright, whatever. She steps out. I'm like, alright. She like, you really not gonna come in? I'm like, no. She like, you don't want all this? I'm like, yeah, I do, but not if I gotta go in. Because I'm about to leave, so I start the car. She like, okay. She comes in. I bet. I skirt off. Looking for an area. Nah. Again, it's late at night, so I find a little alley, a little cut. I get in there. Now, again, we in a fishbowl. This is crazy. Thinking about it right now, I'm like, bro, in a fishbowl? Oh, reckless, cause this young, dumb, and broke, man, McKinsey. Woo! So, I already got my condom and everything. I got protection on me. I'm not tripping. I'm like, let's do this. So we do our thing. Bam, bam, bam. I'm doing my thing, cause the car bouncing up and down. It's getting hot. I'm turning the AC on. Let's go. I'm doing my thing. We start from the front seat, go to the back seat. Cause the crack the windows down. I'm telling you, I'm doing my thing, Kelly. Doing my thing. And then because of the incident that happened with me with her cousin when she held me hostage, I made sure when I took the protection off the condom, I threw it away in the trash can. Okay? In a trash can. In somebody's trash can. That's crazy. I don't know why I did, but in somebody's trash can. And I drove her back to the crib. Okay? Drove back to the crib, dropped her off. And after that, I was done. I was done with her. That was it. In my mind, right? So I thought. So next day, I'm with the homies. It's my best friend. My best friend, my cousin. We chilling. I'm in the back seat. My other homie, my best friend in the front seat. My cousin in the driver's seat. We chilling right in front of my mom's crib. Cause by Shalom. Just another day. Cause with the homies. Scrolling, showing girls. I look at her. Doing what young kids do. And then I get a text message. She says, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing, chilling. What about you?" I'm not thinking I was going, hear from her. She stopped flirting again. She's like, "Oh, when you gonna come see me again?" I'm like, "Shoot, I ain't know. I wasn't really interested for round two, but it's like, shit, I ain't got nothing else to do, so why not? I come do you, cause still late." Cause then she hit me with, "You can come see me tonight." I'm like, "I bet." And then she proceeds to tell me, "LOL, I'm in the hospital." I'm like, "Hospital? Hopefully you good. What's going on?" She like, "I don't know, but they're telling me I'm pregnant." What? I said, "Oh, you pregnant? I didn't know you was pregnant. You didn't tell me that." She's like, "Yeah, I mean, nah, they're telling me I'm pregnant. I don't know. It's crazy." I'm like, "Well, do you know who the dad is?" She says, "You." I said, "Me? Wait, what? What you mean me? What you mean by that?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, I said, "LOL, that's not funny." And the reason why it wasn't funny to me, bro, my older brother, before he passed away, me and my three homies hanged out a lot, right? He had predicted. He's like, I know all y'all. I know y'all lives. Y'all not gonna be friends forever. Da da da. Whatever. Y'all gonna grow apart, right? He tells everybody's past, right? He said one of my homies gonna be in the streets. The other homie gonna fall in love, and he gonna be stuck. And then he said me, I was gonna have a bunch of baby mamas. So, and then for some reason, every time he would say that around people we know, and it was guys, they would agree with that. I'm like, bro, that's not who I am. Y'all must think less of me. Do I look like a baby mama having dude? Nah, no. That's not even me. Why y'all putting this on me? So ever since he said that, and then everybody was like, "Yeah, we see you look like that type of dude." I guess because I talked to multiple girls. I made it my mission to make sure that never happens. And to this day, it has never happened. And I'm super grateful because I'm able to make the investments I can make, take the risk I can take, right? For my future, not for my future kids and the future family and all that I want to do for myself and my kids in the future, because I didn't make that mistake in my 20s, in my earlier ages. Imagine me being a dad at 16. I would have been like, oh, I would have cooked myself. Cooked. So I was like, that was not funny to me when she said, I'm like, that's not funny. You need to find out who your baby daddy is. That's not funny. And I'm not coming to see you tonight. You got like, nah, I'm mad. Now I'm pissed. Cause you playing and I'm not playing. That's not funny. So I stopped talking to her. I look at the homies. I'm like, cuz you can't get pregnant. You, you can't get pregnant the next day, right? Like, they start laughing like, no, what are you talking about? That's impossible to know you pregnant the next day. And then I'm like, cause I know I threw the condom away inside of a trash can. Like, did she walk back 10 miles, put her hand in the trash can, get the condom out, and spill it in herself? No way. No, that would be diabolical. No way. They're like, you threw it, you threw it, right? I'm like, yeah. I already know what happened to me with her cousin. I'm not about to make that rookie mistake again to leave it in her possession for her to get rid of it or dispose it. No, I disposed it myself, and I made sure of it. So she gonna tell me she pregnant and I'm the daddy? That crazy. I'm like, yeah, what? I'm like, nah. She tripping. She trying to get me caught up. Cause that summer, I'm talking about all the Bantu boys. Not all of them, but it was like a bunch of Bantu dudes getting married left and right because they got caught sleeping with somebody's daughter. And I was not about to be that one. It was not gonna work on me. No, sis. Right? So I shut that down right there. I blocked her. I'm thinking it's over. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just block this girl. She tripping. Blocked, this thing. So I go about my day. I don't think it was summer at that time. I think school had started or something. Yeah, I think it was school had started. So I went to school. At that time I went to PRP. I go to school, whatnot. I come back, cool. Then, I come back from school. My dad outside. He like, Salim, I gotta talk to you. I'm like, what's up, Pops? He said, I heard, there's some people who came to my store and we gotta talk. I'm like, talk? This looks serious because me and my dad don't talk like this. So I'm like, that's weird. Okay. So my mom right there too. And African parents do not have the birds and the bees talk with their kids. We don't have the sex talk. Right? For all they know, you're a good boy waiting for marriage. Cause my mom like, this can't be true. Not my son. He's too young to be doing anything like that. She don't know I'm 16 bodies deep. Pushing bitches to the floor. Cause pushing bitches through the mattress. You don't even know. I'm a little demon out this bitch. Hey, my October. But that's my story to tell, like, so I'm like, what's up, Pops, man? Cause this is getting a little weird, like. He like, Salam, bro. Unte ishek. Gurtan kasoite, right? He like, do you know this girl? I'm like, nah, I don't know that girl. I don't know who that is. He showed me her picture. I'm like, nah, I don't know who that is. I'm like, yeah, because he's like, that's what I was saying. There's no way you know. Her dad and her parents came up to the store saying you know who she is and that you got her pregnant. I'm like, what? Yeah, they not playing. They want marriage. They saying if you got her, they say your son got my daughter pregnant and he's gonna have to marry her because she refused to go to school, she refused to eat, she refused to all that, and she's going through this pregnancy, and it's your son's kid. I'm like, what? I'm like, nah, I don't know that girl, Pops. I'm lying like a mug. I'm like, nah, I don't know that girl. Ain't no Bantu girls in my school. Like, the school I go to, I'm the only Bantu kid. There's no Bantu girls in my school. There's one. It's Bento. Right? I understand there was one. Ain't no other Bantu girl that go to my school. He like, that's what I was thinking. There's no Bantu girls that go to your school, and you only really mess with black girls, American girls, right? Black American girls. So, yeah, I'm gonna talk to them next time they come back. I'm gonna shut it down. I'm like, I bet. I'm like, yo, no way this girl done told her parents. And then they came to my dad's store. I'm like, she's doing the most about what? She's doing the most. No way, bro. She's doing the most, LA. Let me put this in charge. think it's charging. I'm like, nah, sis doing the most. Right, hold on, I think it's the microphone. So I'm like, nah, this girl doing the most. Ain't no way she did that. But she did that. She really did that. She's serious about this. She wants to get married by me. I'm like, no, I'm not about to be the second guy trapped. Not this, you know. So I'm like, bro, okay, I guess, I guess it's over. Next day, I'm doing my damn bosh and I come back from school. My dad outside again, like, Salim, I gotta talk to you, bro. They came back again. And they pushing it. They not playing. There was a bunch of yelling at the store. So I'm gonna ask you again, bro. Don't lie to me. They showed me the Facebook. Before he even said it, he's like, do you know this girl? He hit me with it again. I'm like, nah, I don't know her, bro. I already told you I don't know that girl. He said, cuz they showed me the Facebook messages. You went to her house and y'all had sex. So I'm gonna ask you again, Salim, do you know this girl? I'm like, alright, bet. He showed me the same Facebook messages on his phone. I'm like, okay, alright, bet. I know her. But I don't know her like that. We just met on Facebook. She just hit me up on Facebook. He's like, oh, okay. So then I'm gonna ask you, bro. It was the most uncomfortable conversation ever. Of like, again, Bantu parents do not have the sex talks with their kids. So this man talking about Salam, Runti Inshek, Kuska, Gurtang, Shitodi, Giliti. I'm like, damn, Pops, why you gotta be so explicit here, niggas? Niggas, for the people who don't understand what that means, he said, did you put your cock, okay, your wiener, your ding-a-ling-a-ling inside of her thing? I'm looking at my dad. I'm trying to be serious and not laugh at the same time. This is so uncomfortable for me. I'm like, yeah. But I used the condom though. It's like, okay. You sure you used the condom? I'm like, yeah, I used the condom. Okay, but okay, then the story's over then. She's not pregnant. And if she is, it's not yours. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not. I used the condom and I threw the condom away and I never went inside her house. I'm telling him exactly how it happened. He's like, I bet. And you sure you ejaculated in the condom? I'm like, yes. Like, I'm not a rookie at this, Pops. Like I'm not a rookie, trust me. So he's like, all right, then the story dead. Because it's like, apparently, he was telling me, like, her stepdad was saying, oh, girl has a past from Ohio. So they moved her over here to kind of like, get her away from that and hopefully she changed. But she didn't. Because I'm like, Pops, I'm telling you, like, I met her the first, like, we started talking. Next day, I was in it, and after that, I was done. That was it. It was not like we've been dating and talking and you've been, nah, this ain't none of that. So she talking about she pregnant the next day is impossible. She's pregnant. It's not by me. It's not by me. So they drag this, bro. I'm telling you, it goes on and on. They keep coming to my pops and then my pops and then they going back and forth. And then my pops at one point even says, yeah, I told him, he's like, I told him, yeah, they dragged this for a month or two, bro. A month or two. They dragged this so long, or she dragged her parents and whatever dragged this so long. They really wanted her daughter to be married, bro. They dragged this so long. They had the whole community believing that I actually had a kid. Like everywhere I would go, people would tell me, "Oh, congratulations," and that used to piss me off, bro. And my friends just laughing and shit. Like, it's not funny, bro. Like, I'm like, these people really just believe whatever women say. She done gave the kid a whole name. Then they got a date that this kid about to come out. I'm like, what in the world? Off of one day of performance? No way. Nah. This is no, bro. No. Nah. No, it's not real. But it was real. Like everywhere I went, they didn't said I got a son and his name is Hakeem. The kid got a name. They ready for this kid to come to the world. I'm like, what? Not on my time. Bro, they done dragged us so long. I almost believe you could get pregnant with one day and know it within the first day. I almost believe maybe the condom broke. I started second guessing myself. Maybe I am the dad. Yeah, like, but my homie's like, nah, bro. And then my pops like, all right, cool. Here's what we gonna do. They keep going. I'm like, pops, why don't they just come to me, bro? Bro, she done ruined my name in the community so bad. I wanted to punch her in the face, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. And I don't even put my hands on women like that at all, actually. But like, I'm like, why they don't come to me? Why they keep going bothering my parents and stuff at my dad's store, place of business? Like, why? Like, I was pissed, bro. But my pops was not budging for that. He like, look, y'all can stop coming to my store if here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait for the kid to come out, and if the kid is real and he comes out, we're gonna have a DNA test. And if the kid happens to be my son's kid, we're gonna take care of the kid. Y'all don't gotta worry about it. Y'all ain't even gotta worry about nothing. But we're not having no marriage. My son is not getting married to your daughter. It's not happening. He's not going for that, and I'm not going for that. I'm like, cool. I'm glad my dad's on my side for the first time in my life. But yeah, I'm not going for that. If they want a DNA test when the kid come out, let's wait for that. Let's do that. You won't believe it. Magically, right? After my dad said that, and they realized they can't force anything, they're not finna get it their way. Magically, it became a miscarriage. A miscarriage. And then that's when me and my pops started laughing. Oh, it's a miscarriage now. It was all cap. It was all cap. And that's why I say one of the best decisions I've ever made, the best financial decisions I've ever made growing up, is not having kids prematurely or having kids with the wrong person or even having kids in my 20s, Castile. That's one of the best decisions I've ever made. And you won't believe it. The story doesn't end there. After it was over, months later, right? I think it was the following summer. I was friends with this one dude that, I went over to this one house, one of my homies, my best friend that was in the front seat. I told you, the Somali guy. I went to one of his friends' place, right? And you won't believe who I seen that was in there, and a bunch of Iroquois boys coming in and out of the room. It was her. Yeah. Full blown on prostitution going on. I don't even make. Now this was a long time ago, okay? So, yeah, she was selling the box. Yep. And I was witnessing and I seen it. I'm like, whoa, there's a lot of dudes coming out that room who's in there. And then she come out. I'm like, what? And I just, we just act like we don't know each other. But here's a bonus before I go. Within the midst of all that going on, she actually had one of her friends hit me up, texting me, asking for my dad's number. And I'm like, what you need my dad number for? She like, oh, old girl wants your dad's number. She's saying she wants to marry you. I'm like, I'm not marrying her. She like, yeah, but she said you got her pregnant. I'm like, pregnant? She's lying. I'm not marrying her, and that's not gonna work. And then we went back and forth, of course, but yeah, that's the end of the story. Don't be like me. Don't stay away from crazy chicks, especially if you know one of their cousins is crazy. Don't go messing with the family. The family's probably all crazy. But I loved crazy at that time, I ain't gonna lie. Crazy was fun. But it's your boy Salim, JTM Salim. Check out the music I have around 2015, 2017. I probably talked about that topic. And head over to movementsound.org to check that music out. I have an album coming out pretty soon. I actually completed a song. I think it was what? Yeah, I completed a song. I have three songs I have to complete to finish the album. But I'm finding new songs on my voice memo. So, yeah, it's coming soon. Head over to movementsound.org. Some people are gonna say I changed, but that's not true. I just didn't have a place to share my thoughts, and that's why you can hear these conversations, or you can only hear these conversations right here on Salim Talks. See you on the next one.